Morning. I needed that intro this morning. I'm feeling a little tired this morning. Um, Checking in. Good morning, everybody. Checking in with the chat. Bunch of people already in here. I am very underprepared today. I've had a busy. Yes, they are bonbons. Uh, had a busy couple days and did not plan very well. Um, was at a con yesterday, terrific con, and it just kind of threw off my week. So, but I think I'm on track. That extra 5 minutes from the start of the show, I think helped me this morning. So, got some shout out links in and updated a few things. So, um, yeah, just checking in with the chat. Madam, good morning. Dirts, good morning. Neil, Joe is here. And I have Joe's comic book crowd show I have to watch from last night. I was driving home from the con when that was live. Um, I have a bunch of videos that I need to catch up on. So if I haven't watched yours yet, I probably have 50 or so videos in my watch later queue right now. So, um, Scotty Vaughn, good morning. So yeah, I have a lot of catching up to do. If I think I'm caught up on comments on my channel, people that watched and commented. So, um, but I'll get to you. I'll get to you eventually. David, Trev, good morning. Just catching up, making sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Yeah, yeah, we've got the Gibbon gang to talk about. You can see my where is it? It's over here. My shirt. uh, so, uh, I see. Zach is here. Good morning, Zach. Joe. Yeah, got Joe. Morning, Joe. Sorry the Mets beat your Yankees this week, but it had to be done. Jacob is here. Good morning. David. Zoe. Good morning. Zoe was just doing a live stream. Caught some of that this morning. Sith, good morning, sir. Jay is here. Master, I think I missed you. Sorry, sir. Let's see. Sleeping's here. Good morning. He's not sleeping in this morning. He's awake and here. Um, yeah, just catching up. Sorry, just catching up, making sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So, yes, I figured. I did pick up some books, so we'll get into that. I did go to a con yesterday, terrific con, Connecticut. I just actually went up for the day. So the show started Friday, yesterday at like 1, ran to about 8 o'clock last night, and it's all weekend today and tomorrow. But um, I just drove up for the day. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from where I live. So went up for the day and had a good time. Got to meet a bunch of members from the community, and that's where my shout outs are going to be this week is with members of the community. So yeah. No, I know. I can't brag too much. The Mets are playing well. They made a couple moves at the trade deadline. I know the Yankees did too. So, but no, I can't. Given the success that the Yankees have had and the not so much success that the Mets have had, I can't. That's one. Interstate rivalry that I cannot get too crazy about. So I understand. As a Met fan, I understand where we stand with the Yankees and their history. But Jets and Giants, that's a different story. Giants own the Jets. So uh, everybody checking in. Yeah, I thought yeah, Zoe. Yeah, it was good to. I was kind of just catching up on some videos or channel this morning and saw that you were live, so it definitely popped in. Yeah, it was good to see you guys live. Thank you, Mr. Vaughn. Um, yeah, and another thing I wanted to mention, just in case if my channel goes, dark and you never hear from me again, I just want to let you know. I'm not sure if this is the winning ticket, but I have like a 1 in 300 million chance to be a millionaire. So I just want to let you guys know if my channel goes dark and you never hear from me again, you know why. Um, uh, but yeah, like I said, so terrific con yesterday. Got to meet a bunch of the community members. Missed out on a few. I was hoping DJ Lynx was there. I didn't get a chance to catch up with him. We just kept missing each other. Did meet a bunch of guys. I'm going to be doing a video on Monday probably with all my haul, all of the haul, books that I picked up from the show. I was kind of focused on just a couple particular books, so I was able to grab a bunch of those. I'd like to hear that. uh, NFT. I heard. I think in your last or second to last video, I think you mentioned that. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I would definitely be in on an AF-15 NFT. So. But I'm going to give you one preview of a book that I did pick up at the con. Naman, good morning. Brad is here. Good morning. Appreciate you guys coming in. So I did pick up Amazing Spider-Man number 110, The Birth of the Gibbon. So I am officially part of the Gibbon gang now. And this is a a low grade copy, very good copy, maybe three, but just picked it up. Had to have the Gibbon in the collection, not a book that I own, so definitely wanted to pick that up. So, and then I thought it was important to break out the Reggie Collects Gibbon T-shirt to couple with the Amazing Spider-Man 110. But this was really the only um, uh, older book that I picked up, Bronze Age book. Most of the stuff I picked up at the con was um, some modern books. I've been working on a Miles run, so I'll show that off on Monday. Um, yes, I think I might do that. Right. uh, just catching up, making sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. It looks like Madam is getting picked on a little bit here. But yeah, a couple shout outs. To do. A couple of the guys that I met at the Terrific Con yesterday. And the first one I have to shout out is Big Lion Cat 646. His link is down in the description. If you don't know him, go check him out. First time I met him, we've I've watched some of his content before. He was at Heroes Con. I know Brad. You guys met up with Patrick, Big Lion Cat. Such a nice guy. He's a Mets fan too, so we have that in common as well. But just a really nice guy, and I hung out with him probably for I don't know an hour or two, just walking around and catching up. He knows a lot of the community members. He goes to a bunch of the cons, so he was kind of introducing me to a few others that I didn't know. I got to meet Three Men in a Basement. And a few others. The Butcher from Pressable Defects, another really nice guy. We kind of had a little squabble last year over the Comic Book Community Awards, but that got squashed very early on, and so it was good to see him in person and shake his hand and things like that. So definitely, it was fun. Definitely fun. Going to a con, obviously you're you're looking for books and things like that. But then having that added layer of meeting some of the community there was just really great. So, but big shout out to Big Lion Cat, just a really nice guy. And I actually won. He actually did a giveaway for the con, and I won his giveaway. So I'll reveal that on my haul video. But just a super nice guy. It was really cool to catch up with him and just chat comic books and hang out with him for a while. So and then my next shout out is Bearded Comic Bro. Got to meet him as well. Got to hang out with him for a little while and chat with him. So that was really cool. Always, I'm surprised Cole's not in here. Cole's usually hanging out. So Sid, good morning. Yeah, it is a little. I'm feeling it this morning. Like I said, I had a busy day yesterday, so I was a little tired this morning. So, and hey, we have another Brian in here. Good morning, Brian. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you popping in. So yeah, shout outs. Beer Comic Bro. He just like I said, another great member of the community. Great to kind of chat with him for a bit. Yeah, Big Lion Cat is just he was just so fun, just so like bumped into him, and said hello, and then we just kind of just hit it off. And like I said, he's a big Mets fan, so we have that something else in common. Love for the Mets, so that was cool. And like I said, he did a bunch of giveaways, very generous giveaways, and a bunch of the community members won that were going. So you had to be going to Terrific Con to enter his giveaway, and so because he wanted to be able to give it to you, meet you in person, and give you the giveaway. So it was really cool. Cole, good morning, sir. Yeah, met your cover challenge other half yesterday, Mr. Bearded Comic Bro. So that was very cool. And then last but not least, and there was a bunch of others that I'm going to mention as well, but actual Dracula was able to meet actual Dracula. He came down from Canada with a bunch of the other guys. Comic Ozzy was there. Newbie Comics was there. So great to kind of catch up with those guys as well. But hung out with actual Dracula for a little while, and I really did a bad job. I forgot to. I'm not very good at that, selfies and getting pictures. I didn't get pictures. I think the only picture I got was with Bearded. Bearded and I took a selfie. So I apologize. I was taking some video of the con and of the floor and some of the artists that were there. John Romita Jr. was there. And so I kind of just forgot to get photos with the other community members. So I know DJ Lynx and actual Dracula and a few of the other guys had posted some of them getting together, but I wasn't in any of them because I don't know. I always forget those things. So, but yeah, let me just make sure those were the 3 shout outs. But like I said, I met Justin from Known Good Comics. I mentioned the Butcher, Newbie Comics. I'm trying to think. Oh, Gary was there. He actually had a booth. He was a vendor, so I was able to kind of see him. So it just adds that layer when you're going to a con to be able to catch up with the community. Really, really cool. So, just catching up. Gene is here. Good morning, Gene. I don't want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, I was behind on the chat, Cole. Sorry. Let me just catch up, make sure I'm not missing any conversation here. Yeah, it was. I'm just so behind. I'm too busy rambling and behind on the chat that I didn't know that Cole was here. He always kind of sneaks in anyway. He's stealthy that way. It's that smooth voice he has. You can't hear him sneak up on you. Shop. Good morning, sir. So yeah, those are the shout outs for today. Definitely go check out those channels if you're not familiar with those channels, which you probably are. So um, yeah, and I missed a few other guys too. Mark Spector Comics, David, he was coming in today. So I just drove up for the day, trying to stay overnight and hotel rooms. So it's at a casino. It's at Mohegan Sun, the terrific con. And the rooms, obviously are pretty pricey because it's a casino and weekend. And so that would have really just cut into the budget for buying books. So I just said, let me just make it a day trip. I know a bunch of most of the guys were spending the weekend, but I just figured, all right, day trip, and I'll be able to get to meet whoever's there on Friday. So um, it was good. Definitely had a good time. So Phil, good morning. Thanks for stopping in, and check out Phil's channel today. Believe he's got a live stream at 11 today. And Joe, check out Joe's Comic Book Crowd live stream from last night too. He did he had a giveaway going, and he announces the winner. So definitely need to go check that out. I definitely have that in my watch later queue. Chop is here. Good morning, Chop. I'm still catching up on this chat. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. All right. I think I'm finally caught up. Sorry. Didn't do a lot of reading. So work was really busy this week. I've had some things to do related to the Comic Book Community Awards. Just getting the nominations together and kind of going through that data and working with the committee. So my viewing time and time on YouTube has been a little off this week. So if I haven't checked out your videos, I'll definitely get to them. So I've just been busy with Comic Book Community Award stuff. And so I didn't even get to read. I only read one book this week. I only read The Amazing Spider-Man #6, Legacy issue number 900. I do have a review for that up as well. So if you haven't seen that, if you want to check that out. But that was really the only book I read this week. I do have a stack of other books that I still need to read. I just haven't. I've got Venom I want to read. I've got Ant-Man. I've got Gambit. I've got Strange, #4. She-Hulk, all stuff I need to catch up on. Grimm, Calculated Man, just all books that are in my reading pile that I'm going to hope to get to this weekend. And then too, I don't know if you guys saw this. So the Marvel previews this week, it showed off the new Dan Slott and Mark Bagley End of the Spider-Verse Spider-Man book that is coming out later this year. And they had a little bit of a preview in here on it. So I was looking forward to that. Looks like some great Spider-Man art. And they showed a couple, some variant covers and an inside page from the upcoming book. So excited about that. Yes, the YouTube giveth and YouTube take it away. I've seen that. I've been bouncing back and forth between numbers for the last couple of days. One day I'm up, next day it's down. So, I don't know. I don't know why why YouTube works that way. So, Simon, good morning. Appreciate you coming in. Late for you, I'm sure. Awesome. Sleep with thank you. Yes, and I was talking about the awards. So busy with the awards this week and just going through all of the nominations and getting things ready for the finalist. And we did have 2 additional sponsors added in the and it's in the link below. But Trev, the shipping guru, who's here, he is sponsoring an award. And because I've been underprepared, I totally forgot which one. I think it is most entertaining creator, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yes, most entertaining content creator. So Trev, the shipping guru, is sponsoring that. So Trev, thank you very much. And then we also had another sponsor who's here in the chat, Master and Madam Blaster. They are sponsoring the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Stan Lee Award. And if you don't know, Master is on a hunt for Amazing Spider-Man signed copies of Stan Lee. Books from 1 to 100 of the Amazing Spider-Man run that are signed by Stan Lee. So a pretty amazing personal collection goal to be able to do that. So pretty cool. So very fitting that they are sponsoring the Stan Lee Award, the Lifetime Achievement. So thank you for that. Sponsorship, small fee for sponsorship, $25. And what I'm doing is I'm using that money to help fund some of the trophies and things, prizes for the winner. So, since we doubled the categories this year, we went from 11 to 22. Obviously, that's going to increase cost, the amount of trophies, things like that. So I figured if I could offer kind of a low cost sponsorship, have the community, help fund the awards. So that's what I'm doing, and I appreciate everybody's support. But there's a full list of the sponsors down below: Digger Jim, X11 Bravo, Comic Bookworm, Minutiaminute, Cole's here, and Comic Bookworm both sponsored. More Life and Travel, and like I said, just Trev, the shipping guru, and Master and Madam Blaster. So really do appreciate that. No, Joe. To sponsor, you can just send me a message on Instagram. What I'm doing is just collecting the money, via PayPal, and then I'll update the website. And what I'm trying to do is just the website has everybody's channel links, and then as I post stuff on Instagram or include you in any description, so just to highlight your channel as well and your sponsorship. And then also too, sponsors will have the opportunity to come on and present their award on the award show in December. If you want to do that, some have said no, I'd rather not do that, but that is your option as well. If you want to, like I said, come on and announce the winner for the category that you're sponsoring. So, okay, we'll do. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Brother John, thanks for stopping in. And if you haven't checked out, Brother John was on In the Hot Seat Thursday night with Gary B. So definitely need to go check that out. Great interview. And I had an interview with Bloop yesterday, Bloop Comics, one of our younger comic book collectors, one of our younger members of the community. So definitely need to go check that out. And I'm going to be sitting down with Otto Talks Comics, another one of our young collectors. I just thought it was a good idea. I as an older collector, or a collector who's, older in age, I want to kind of meet some of the younger guys, and some of these guys are, still in high school, teenagers. And so I want to kind of get their point of view on comic books and collecting, and, understand a little bit how they got into it. I think it's important for, obviously all of us to support one another, but certainly some of the younger guys in the community, in the community. So, oh, Roscoe's here too. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I called him out. Roscoe, good morning, sir. Hope things are going well with you. Digger Jim is here. So we've got the brothers. We've got Brother John and Digger Jim in the house. Tyler's here. Good morning, sir. What did I do? All right, Neil. Have a good night. A good day, sir. Just catching up because I'm falling way behind. I'm too busy rambling. We're gonna do a giveaway too. Saturday show we always do a giveaway. I think Madam and Master Blaster know that well. They won back to back. So let's catch up. Make sure I'm not. Yeah. So Comic Book Community Awards, like nominations are closed. myself and the committee have been working on just finalizing the nominations. We're working on just looking at nominations and finalizing the 5 finalists for each category. So there's been a lot of work that's been going on, a lot of conversation, good conversation. And we've been providing some updates as well, some guidelines that the Comic Book Community Awards will be using going forward for voting and nominations, finalists, lifetime achievement, some kind of very clear guidelines for how the awards will be run. So we were kind of a little bit loosey-goosey year 1, and now we're getting year 2. We're kind of putting more structure in place. So I appreciate the committee's feedback and participation. Lot of back and forth, a lot of good conversation around the award. So I appreciate that. And I did, if you're not aware, on the website cbcawards.org, I did put up any channel that received a nomination. So there's a list of over 400 channels that received nominations. So very cool to see that we got that many channels in the community nominated. So like I said, over 400. So really cool. But yeah, so I think I mentioned it to somebody this week. I think I was on Marcus Circumstances channel, and so the finalists will not be announced until August 18th and 19th. I'm sorry, August 19th, Friday night. So I think I left too much time in between because we're, like I said, the committee is working on getting the finalist list together, and I think we left kind of too much time in between, but not much I can do about that now. The schedule's set, but because I'm going to have the finalist list set well before the 19th, and I'm going to have to sit on that probably for a week or 10 days. So not a good position to be in, because I want to get the information out, but I'm going to have to keep it under wraps until then. So Cat Fan Comics Man, good morning, sir. Thanks for stopping in. I did see, who else today? Lucretius. There he is. Good morning, sir. Appreciate you coming in. So, no, we have breakfast. Don't I don't want you to go away empty handed. I know this might be right up your alley, Simon. So plenty of breakfast options. You can go healthy. You can go donuts. You can there's lots, and then we also have bonbons. Those are for Madam and Master Blaster. They had a video this week, and they were talking bonbons. So I figured why not add some bonbons to the breakfast mix. All right, just catching up. I am so far behind again on the chat. So yeah, it was a big group, a big, like I said, well over 400 channels. So I was happily surprised with that number. That's great to see that so many different channels were nominated, wide variety of channels, big channels, small channels, channels in between. So it was good to see. Yeah, sometimes you find those things, those random things on on eBay. You'll find cover lists, or you'll find the cover, things like that. So you might want to go hit Jerry the Jitterbug. He's always up on looking for things like that. So we mentioned Matt Wood's name, but Matt isn't here. Let's see. No, you're not disqualified. It's open to everybody. I actually got to get that. Let me get that set up. We're talking giveaway. Let's see. Let's get that. Again, I was not prepared and didn't even get the giveaway set up. But we're gonna do Gibbon Gang this week. So let me share my screen and we'll run the giveaway. Where is it? Let's see. There we go. We can do that. We can do the Freaky Louie themed song. We can do that. All right. Now that we got the Gibbon Gang hashtag up, I can catch up on the chat. Callie and Jordan Squad. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Joe, I had the mixed berries in there. I had the strawberries and blueberries. I'm trying to keep it. There's got to be a healthy option. I get that. Chop in the house. All right, everybody's entering. We'll give everybody another couple. We got 26 people in the chat and 22. Rob, well, if Rob's here, then we have to. I didn't prepare the tri-tip or steak or brisket, but I'm sure that's what Rob would be serving for breakfast. Wow, I am still behind on the chat this morning, so we'll give it a couple more. Give you a couple more seconds, and then we'll run this. See everybody entering. Phil's back. Phil, do you have a show this morning at 11? Are you doing your 11 o'clock show? I didn't get a chance to take a peek. So, 23, good morning, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Joffrey's here. Hopefully I saw him. Hopefully I didn't. Joffrey, thanks for stopping in. Yep, there he is. All right, let's run this. Let's run it. Cole is the winner. Congrats, Cole. I think Cole is a he is a previous winner. So Cole, let's pick out some books for you. Oh, we got a stack. I'm just going to randomly pick your 5. This is Adventure Comics Presents Dial H for Hero, little DC newsstand. Ooh, here's a nice all new Wolverine, number 14. Nice little cover for you. Let's see if we can find something for Hazel in here. Oh, well, there you go. I don't think that's going to be her cup of tea, but Wild Star number 1, little Image shiny. All right, Cole, you got 2 more. Let's see. Where am I going? Oh, it was backwards. Here we go. Teen Titans, number 5. And then last but not least. Ooh, all right. 7 Secrets, number 1. I have not read this. I've heard good things about this series, but there you go. Number 1, kick off your kick off the series. So Cole, congrats. I know I have your address, so I'll definitely get those sent out to you. Yeah, right. X23 on the cover there. So pretty cool. So congrats, Cole. You kept the books away from the blaster. So yeah, so I'm trying to think. Shout outs we talked comic books. And like I said, if my channel goes dark, you know why. Mega Millions was like over $1 billion. I don't even know if anybody won. I have to check. I think the drawing was last night. So Phil, did I miss it? I think I asked you. Did you have a show this morning? Pops and Son, good morning, sir. Thanks for coming in. Oh, yeah. Simon has a good buddy in the comic book creator world, right? But yeah, I think that's really all I got going on today. Yeah, that's certainly a possibility. If I do, if I were to win, um, yes, I would certainly quit the job. And then yeah, I'd probably have a lot more time to do YouTube. Aggressively, where is aggressively? There he is. I missed him. I'm just clicking on chat, not paying attention. So aggressively, thanks for coming in this morning. Appreciate you. Um, yes, yes. I might have to change my phone number and my YouTube channel name, right? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the crazy thing about the Mega Millions. Not the crazy thing, but right because we were talking it. I was in the office this week, and a bunch of coworkers were talking about it, and everybody dreams about, well, what if I hit, and you got to realize your chances in winning it are, like I said, I think it's 1 in 3 million or something, it's some crazy odds. So the likelihood of you winning are very small, but and I kind of think, if they get to that big of a prize, maybe if it hits a certain mark, 500 million, whatever it is, that they need to change the whole, winner take all, because, I'd much rather have 50 people win $10 million than just one person win, 500 million, kind of spread the worth around. But, not, I'm not in charge of the lottery. So, um, yes, good call, Rob. Yeah, I definitely want to keep it low key. Get a trust set up, right? Because the lottery usually announces the winner's name. So if you have it set up with a lawyer and in like a trust, that way they don't announce, oh, Brian won. They can announce some LCS trust won. Um, so um, yeah, definitely a smart way to go. My wife actually works with she used to work with a woman who was part of a group that won the lottery one time. They ended up winning about $1 million. She was one of those, companies where everybody put money in and they had won. And the woman was just she was working because it was like something to do. She really didn't necessarily have to work. I mean, $1 million isn't, in today's, day and age, a million isn't like, you're set for life, but, they had paid off the mortgage of their house. They had very little overhead. And so the woman was so pleasant to work with because she had a totally different outlook on life, wasn't stressed about money. So it was just interesting. So, when the Mega Millions gets up to that big, crazy amount, it's like, the wheels start spinning. Oh, what could I do? Who could I help? All kinds of crazy things. So it's fun to hear people's stories. Um, Yeah, maybe Rob's got all the details. Maybe Rob's a past winner, and we didn't know it. So oh, okay, there was. I wasn't sure if anybody won. I knew the drawing was last night, but and I did not buy my tickets in Illinois, so I know that's not me. So all right, so you definitely will see me next weekend. That's it. I'm done. So I'll be back with breakfast with Brian next Saturday, definitely. So yeah, 1 in 3 million. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy amount of the odds are just crazy. Yes. The LCS trust would win. Yes, and you could have a butler come in and bring you your comics as well. So I was going to wrap up, but you guys are going. We're having a good time in the chat here, so let me just catch up. Pun, good morning, sir. Appreciate you coming in. Yes, that's a good way to go. You could buy a comic shop, close the doors, and just sort the books any way you want. That was one of the interesting things I saw at the con yesterday too. So I was particularly looking for some Miles Morales books, and so when I would go up to a vendor, everybody kind of sorted things differently. Some people had a Miles Morales section. Some had them in just the M section, the random M section. Some put them in with the other Spider-Man books. So it was like it was kind of just very random where the books. So anytime I would go up to a vendor and a table, I would just ask the the owner where were his do you have any Miles Morales books? Because it was a bit of a scavenger hunt how everybody kind of sorts their piece, their collection for sale. So yeah, I think you have to do that, right? Everybody's dream is, oh, we hate work, I don't want to work, but if you don't have something to fill that time, you'll probably go crazy, right? You need to have hobbies or something to occupy your time. I think that happens with people who retire, right? They need to have, because now they've freed up their 40 hours a week that they're not, or more that they're not spending at work. And if they don't have hobbies to transition to, it can be, a not so fun existence if you're not, keeping yourself busy. So obviously, if you win the lottery, you have the money to do plenty of things that you want to do, but, okay, I will call. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get them out today. I probably wouldn't ship them until Monday, but yep, definitely will. Yeah, I definitely I'll do that. And I know if, like I said, if I'm all over it. I'm switching topics here this morning. Um, anybody with the sponsorships, I'll reach out. I know a few people mentioned it, so I appreciate it. So yes, yeah, no, I know that actually was an old ticket from like 2 weeks ago or a week ago that I checked already. So I was just ripping it up to be, to be the big entertainer. So yes, yes, Turok #1 and Darkhawk #1. We could get those on the hot list, one of the hot lists that's out there. So key collector, we could make some noise with Turok and Dark Hawk. Dark Hawk. Kenneth, good morning, sir. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you stopping in. Another great community supporter, Kenneth. He's in all the chats, saying hello to everybody. Kenneth, appreciate you coming out and stopping in, supporting. Yeah, I always like when it's like a group of like 20 factory workers or some big group at a company that wins. It's bad for that company because most of the people are probably going to be leaving, but it's always like those stories, the group of people that are busting their butts working and grinding it out, and now they finally get a little money and can live a little easier. So, um, double monocles. Wow, yeah, I think we need to talk lottery more often. Yeah, I saw that too. It was interesting. There was some, and the one. I'm sorry, I am changing topics. The chat just keeps me moving. But yeah, at the Comic Con, um, there were some vendors that I would ask, and they were like, "Yeah, it might be over there. It might be in that box." Like very not helpful. And if I'm at a con and I'm paying money to be a vendor, and I'm trying to sell books, I would want to try to be as helpful as possible. There were a number of vendors that could hardly look up at you when you showed up at their booth, and then there were others that were very helpful. One guy, he was helping me sort through some books. He's like, "Oh, I think boxes." He's like, "Oh, I think the books are over here. Let me help you look." He pulled out a bunch of books for me. I ended up buying some books from him. So it's just very interesting the approach that the various vendors take. Some are very well organized, and others could care less. It seems so. Like I don't know if I would invest my money and time being a vendor if I wasn't kind of on top of my on top of my game a little bit. I'm there to sell books, make some money. So it was interesting. Definitely an interesting experience. It's really the first con I've been to in a few years. Um, yeah, so it was interesting to see. Yeah, you could definitely get some deals. There were a number of vendors that had dollar books. Um, dollar books that were unsorted. So, it takes some time to dig through those. And a couple, some vendors had like $3 boxes, $5 boxes. So definitely a variety of things. So, what am I missing here? uh, yeah, just catching up. I'm still way behind on the chat. Uh, yeah, right, Joe. I'm sure. I know. When my parents retired, and I'm actually seeing it with my in-laws too. There's a trick to it, right? You need to kind of get out of you're working 40 plus hours a week for 30 years of your life. Getting rid of that and then transitioning to other things is certainly important. So. Um, Yes, I was very very dramatic with the ripping of the lottery ticket. So, um, all right. Let me finish catching up on the chat. I appreciate everybody coming out. Again, I appreciate the support for the Comic Book Community Awards, the committee, the sponsorships. Just a great community. So, have you seen those videos on? So I've seen some videos on YouTube where somebody just buys like a whole stack or a whole pack of scratch offs. Spends I don't know how much. Maybe it's $1,000, and they just scratch them off. I know what's his name does it. Mr. Beast does that where he does buys $10,000 in lottery tickets and just scratches them off to see what he would win. It's kind of crazy. Gotcha channel, no prize. Something, yeah. I've seen just people just make a scratch off video where, like I said, where they're just scratching off to see, all right, we spent 1,000. How much did we win? Do we break even? Do we make money? Most of the times they're losing money. So pretty interesting. I don't think. I mean, I like a good scratch off. We usually do scratch offs like at Christmas time when somebody's stocking or give them away for gifts. But yeah, that was one of the things I noticed too. The con prices, some of the books were well overpriced. I didn't really even look at many of the wall books because that's not what I was focused on. But I did come across even some raw books that were just based on condition and just well overpriced. So that was another interesting thing that I noticed. at the con. There were definitely some deals, and most of the vendors were willing to work with you. If they had a book listed for a certain price, you could say, "Hey, can we do this?" And they were willing to work with you. So that was good to see. But I think generally their tactic is to overprice books and get you to negotiate. And if you don't, then they got you at the higher price. So, all right, Simon, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, and I'm going to be on Simon's channel on Monday. I think 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I am going to be on Simon's channel for his collector show. So definitely check that out. I'm excited to do that. I've got some homework to do. I got to get some of my goodies together for that show. So, all right, Joe, have a good day. All right. Yep. We're going to wrap it up. We almost went 50 something minutes here. Appreciate everybody coming out. Like I said, have a great weekend. Thank you again for all of the support for my channel, for the Comic Book Community Awards. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you guys spending your time with me on a Saturday morning. Empire's here. Good morning, sir. Yeah, and like I said, I busy couple days, last 4 or 5 days. So if I haven't caught your video yet, I will definitely get caught up. I know I have a big watch later list. Yeah, definitely noticed that. But like I said, I think that's almost a tactic that they take, is just bump the prices a little bit and see if somebody bites, and then if not, maybe somebody will negotiate with them. So. Some, yeah, and some won't budge, right? Some definitely won't budge. So, oh, that's right. We got to play the outro. Where is we haven't seen Jimmy G in a while. I hope Jimmy G is doing well, and he was always a big fan of the LCS dancers, as they are known now around the comic book community. So. Thanks, madam. But yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy your time off, or whatever. If you're working, have fun there too. Um, all right, let's leave you with. We'll give you both sets today. Let's see. Where are they?
You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.